Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some intriguing and potentially game-changing news for all Seahawks fans out there. It's something that could reshape the division and really set the tone for what's to come in the 2025 NFL season. We're talking about a major trade rumor that's been circulating, involving none other than Trevon Diggs, the talented cornerback from the Dallas Cowboys. And yes, this could be a move that puts the Seahawks in a much stronger position, especially in that secondary, which has been a bit of a question mark lately. So let's dive into all the details and unpack what this could mean for Seattle, for Trevon Diggs, and for the NFC West as a whole. First, let's set the stage. The Seahawks, as we all know, have been on an upward trajectory over the past few seasons. They've been building through the draft, making smart moves, and trying to position themselves as serious contenders once again. But even with their recent improvements, there's always that one spot on the roster that needs a little extra attention. Sometimes it's the offensive line, sometimes the defensive line, but more often than not, it's the secondary. And right now, that's exactly where the Seahawks are focusing their efforts. They've been exploring ways to bolster their cornerback core, which has a lot of promise, but also some uncertainty. We saw reports in early May from Jeremy Fowler that the Seahawks were in discussions with Shaquille Griffin, a player who made a Pro Bowl during his time with Seattle back in 2019. Griffin, as many of you know, has been a significant figure in the Seahawks secondary, and bringing him back could provide that veteran presence they desperately need. But as of now, no deal has been finalized. That leaves a bit of a question mark. Will they bring Griffin back? Or will they explore other options? And here's where things get even more interesting. Because, as we look at the current roster, it's clear that the Seahawks are on the hunt for a veteran cornerback who can really make an impact. On one side, we have Rick Woolen, a rising star who's been fantastic since he entered the league. His ball skills, length, and coverage ability have made him a cornerstone of the secondary. But on the other side, the picture isn't as clear. Josh Jobe has shown promise, but he's still developing, and behind them, the depth isn't exactly reassuring. Shemar Jean-Charles and Nehemiah Pritchett are there, but they haven't yet proven they can be consistent starters. So naturally, the Seahawks are considering options, and one intriguing possibility has been the idea of acquiring a veteran via trade. And that brings us directly to Trevon Diggs. Now, for those of you who follow the NFL closely, you know Trevon Diggs. He's been a standout player for Dallas, known for his ball-hawking skills and ability to make game-changing plays. Over his 5-year career, he's accumulated 20 interceptions, 37 pass breakups, and has been a physical, aggressive presence in the secondary. But lately, things haven't been smooth sailing. Diggs has missed a total of 21 games over the past 2 seasons, mostly due to knee injuries, and just recently signed a hefty extension worth $97 million in 2023. That kind of investment shows how highly Dallas valued him, but it also creates a bit of a dilemma for the Cowboys. With their current roster moves, trading for Kyer Elam, drafting Shavon Reliv, and the impending contract years for players like Deron Bland, the future of Trevon Diggs has become uncertain. The Cowboys are perhaps preparing to move on if the right opportunity comes along. And for the Seahawks, that's a golden chance. If Trevon Diggs can get healthy again and return to his 2021 All-Pro form, he could be a tremendous addition to Seattle's secondary. Think about it. This guy has allowed just 756 yards over his career, with only 149 yards after the catch, and has scored 19 touchdowns. His knack for creating turnovers is what makes him special, and that's exactly what the Seahawks need to push their defense to the next level. Plus, with his experience and leadership, Diggs could serve as a mentor for the younger players, like Woolen and Jobe, helping them develop their game even further. But of course, there are questions. Will Diggs be able to fully recover from his knee injuries? Can he regain the consistency that made him one of the league's top corners? That's the big gamble here. The Seahawks are known for being strategic and patient, and if they believe he's close to regaining that elite form, making a trade for Diggs could be a no-brainer. Imagine a secondary with Woolen, Diggs, and a healthy Job. What a formidable trio that could be. It would instantly elevate the Seahawks' pass defense, especially against the NFC West rivals who love to air it out. Now, I want to emphasize that this isn't just about adding a name to the roster. It's about strategic decision-making. The Seahawks have shown that they're willing to take risks if it means winning games. They've been aggressive in the draft, and now they might be taking that same approach in free agency and trades. If they can land Trevon Diggs, they'd be acquiring a player with a proven track record, a high ceiling, and the potential to anchor their secondary for years to come. And let's be honest, in a division where teams like San Francisco and Los Angeles are constantly evolving their rosters, having a player like Diggs could be the difference maker. And for the Cowboys, this move might be about the future as well. With the team's current cornerback situation and the recent investments they've made, it seems plausible that they're testing the waters to see if a trade makes sense. They could be looking to recoup some draft capital or clear a bit of salary cap space, all while experimenting with their roster to find the right mix. For Trevon Diggs, it's a critical crossroads. If he can stay healthy and perform at his best, he remains one of the league's top corners. If not, the Cowboys might be prepared to part ways, and the Seahawks could swoop in with an offer that benefits both sides. Looking ahead, this potential trade could have major implications. For the Seahawks, it's an opportunity to significantly boost their secondary without waiting years for draft picks or hoping young players develop overnight. For Dallas, it's about retooling and preparing for what's next. And for the NFC West, it's another reminder that every team is trying to stay one step ahead, making bold moves to claim that division crown. The Seahawks, with their focus on building a formidable defense, are clearly in the mix, and adding a player like Trevon Diggs would send a message that they're all in on competing for championships. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. These negotiations are ongoing, and a lot can change in the coming weeks. But one thing is for sure, if this trade happens, it'll be a major headline, and it could be a turning point for Seattle's quest to get back to the Super Bowl. The fans, the players, and everyone associated with the Seahawks should be watching this space closely because it's a story that's still unfolding, and it's one that could rewrite the narrative for this team in 2025. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you guys think about all of this? Are the Seahawks making the right move by pursuing Trevon Diggs? Do you believe he can return to his all-pro form and be that game changer in the secondary? Or do you think they should stick with what they have and develop their younger players? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below, tell me what you think, and let's get a conversation going. Remember, your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. We're all in this together as fans, and I truly believe this team has what it takes to make a deep playoff run this year. Keep supporting the Seahawks, stay tuned for more updates, and I'll be back soon with even more news and analysis about your favorite team. Thanks for sticking around, and as always, go Hawks.